Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Hey VidBloggers, welcome to our Christmas special.
I'm Valwreath.
And I'm Stephanie up on the rooftop.
Last week we talked about Jeff Smith v. Chicago Tribune. Unfortunately for Jeff, his claim for libel was dismissed.
Sorry about that, Jeff. This week we're talking about something a little bit different.
This week we're not talking about a case per se, but we are talking about a situation that could potentially be a case. You decide.
Donna Chadwick, a news broadcaster at Channel 8, is getting ready to air a new piece on sexual abuse, not only on TV, but also on the channel8.com website. Her piece is centered around an interview with a sexual abuse victim named Lisa. Donna has asked her producer, editor, and lawyer to read over the draft script of the broadcast to check it for any further legal issues as well as its journalistic content.
Steph and I will be sharing the potential advice from Donna's lawyer and editor, providing the legal point of view on the broadcast content and the journalistic point of view.
All right, Attorney Valwreath, what do you got?
Okay. The first issue I found from a legal standpoint revolved around 3 of the 4 different privacy claims. The first was disclosure of private matter. Lisa gave permission for the first name and her story to be used, and that was it. In Donna's draft script, she mentions unnecessary personal information about Lisa, including where she went to high school, giving both the name and the year that she played on its field hockey team, and where she went to law school, Columbia Law School. The disclosure of private matter claim of privacy concerns publicity about private matters that are of no legitimate concern to the public. This information about Lisa fits this category.
Any good editor would have to agree with this legal view, but any good editor would also understand the value in this information. In order to minimize the risks while keeping the story strong, I would have to tell Donna to eliminate the exact names of the schools that Lisa attended, as well as the year she was the star on the field hockey team. If she does this, the passage would read something along these lines. She attended a prestigious suburban girls' school and was the star of its field hockey team. She went to an Ivy League college and then on to law school. In this way, you are showing Lisa's accomplishments before her abuse, but you are not violating a disclosure of private matter claim.
It's a good edit, Steph. The second privacy claim that was violated is appropriation. Appropriation concerns the use of a person's name or likeness or other highly personal material without permission. This claim can be applied to the use of Lisa's neighbor, Heather. Heather did not give the news station any permission that we are aware of to use her name or her story. But if people figure out who Lisa is, then it'll be even more easier to figure out who Heather is. This not only violates Heather's privacy regarding appropriation, but there are also unnecessary private facts about her being released. The same issue reoccurs if the stepfather's actual name, Al, was used.
Yeah, I don't think that Heather Al would be too happy about that.
No.
Recognizing this threat of violating appropriation from a journalistic standpoint, Donna would have to remove Heather's name from the broadcast. She could still refer to her as Lisa's neighbor because that is still a newsworthy twist in the story, but unless Donna receives written consent from Heather herself, nothing about her personal identity can be revealed. As for the use of the stepfather's name, Al, the broadcast should simply refer to him as Lisa's stepfather. This would not take away from the strength of the story, and instead would refrain from any legal issues brought upon by Al.
Another good edit, Steph. Now the third privacy claim that was violated is false light. False light concerns the publication of half-truths or distortions of the truth that give an incorrect impression about a person. This applies to the statement that Donna says, on a visit home from college, she learned that her father had begun to abuse, etc. Though it may be clear to some people, as the story continues, that the only abuser spoken of was Lisa's father, the word father also was referring to him. But from a legal standpoint, Lisa's actual father could have a claim for false light in this case, instead of the stepfather, who was the abuser.
I mean, come on, this is a small correction for an editor to make. one that if it wasn't taken care of could be viewed as an act of negligence, and not even that, but poor journalistic practice. Therefore, for the reputations of Donna, Channel 8, and Lisa's biological father, it is a necessary correction to only refer to the abuser in the story as Lisa's stepfather.
Now, I found one more legal issue in Donna's script. When Donna shares off-the-record information about what Lisa had told her regarding her suspicion that her mother had known all along that her stepfather had been abusing her, Donna is violating the law of confidentiality, under which confidential information is protected if confided in one person from another off the record. Because of this, Lisa would have the power to stop the broadcast altogether.
I mean, this is a pretty tough one and frustrating at that, but in journalistic terms, the fact that Lisa suspected her mother of knowing that she was being abused by her stepfather and still chose to ignore it, that's an extremely newsworthy aspect of the story. So newsworthy that it deserves to be broadcasted in order to strengthen the story itself. A serious journalist is not obliged to keep information off the record. So for a member of the public to expect that to be respected is wrong.
Well, I guess we'll just see who wins in the end, the
Guess
lawyers
we'll see.
and the journalists. Well, that's it for today, folks. Enjoy your break and remember to tune in for our New Year's countdown.
Bye, guys. Happy Merry Christmas.